and welcome back to yet another video. Let's talk about fictional sports today that somehow made it into real life. Some fictional sports are really made for the real life, and for some others you need a little bit more creativity to make the transition from fiction to the real life. As for example, can you even imagine the fictional sport of baseball making it into the real life? Who am I kidding? Really, no one would watch it. Yes. My Japanese visa is really never getting renewed. I should have thought about that beforehand, so let's start the list. He loves honey. He's round, he's yellow, he's fluffy, he reigns over shiny. We are of course talking about Winnie the Pooh and the fictional game Pooh Stick. Now the premise of this fictional game is really easy. All players are standing on the bridge over water. Every player is throwing a stick into the river, and the stick that can be seen first on the other side of the bridge wins.
All right now. Now the first stick to pass all the way under the bridge wins. Now on your marks, get set, go!
I can see mine! I win!
Now the transition from fiction into the real life was quite simple for this game because the rules are exactly the same. There are World Championships played over the river Windrush in England, so if you want to participate, stick it out. Puns, puns, baby. Ooh, vanilla. Now who can forget the greatest series of them all? There are stars battle in Galactica. There are spaceships, most likely in space. And also Dwight likes it. And I have no clue about Battlestar Galactica, so let me read the premise very quickly.
Bears eat beets. Oh, bears beets Battlestar Galactica.
Now granted, the series sounds like a lot of fun. Maybe I will give it a try. But for now, let's focus on the fictional sport Pyramid coming from the series Battlestar Galactica. Now the premise of this fictional sport sounds awesome. You are playing tennis in a court shaped like a pyramid, and you score points when hitting the goal on top of the pyramid. Insert pyramid scheme joke here. But again, the premise sounds awesome.
Let's go.
Are you kidding me? I wiped the court with you.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I was up for the pros. Bumney took me out of contention.
I see. Is that going to be your excuse when I kick your ass? My poor knee hurts.
At least I have an excuse. Can't imagine what yours is going to be.
Now, the transition into real life for this game as well was quite simple. They have just added some more rules to it. For example, you have now a limited step count, making the game a little bit more similar to basketball. Another maybe fun fact for all your Battlestar Galactica fans out there, in the original series, the game Pyramid was actually called Triad, and there was another card game called Pyramid. But due to a writer's error, they switched around the names, and now we know the game Pyramid as the tennis, basketball kind of fun game that we all want to try. I want to try it. You thought I know nothing about Battlestar Galactica. Because I said so. And also because it's true. But I also do not know much about Tron. But all the clips I've seen of Tron always included the game Light Cycles. And this looks like a bunch of fun. The gameplay is that you're riding a motorbike-esque vehicle that leaves colored walls behind you, and your goal is to trap your opponent within those colored walls you're leaving behind you. In my eyes, that creates a mix of a racing game and the cool Nokia game Snake. Am I old? I feel old suddenly. What happened?
This is Blue Leader to Blue Bikes. Run these guys into your jet walls.
Copy, Blue Leader. Copy, Blue Leader. This is Gold 1 to Gold 2 and 3. Split up. Take them one-on-one.
The reason for the transition into the real life was the 2010 reboot of the movie Tron made by Disney, in which a real-life replica of the game Light Cycles has been included.
In the new Tron movie, the characters build super cool light cycles in a matter of seconds. But the trailers in the new Disney adventure flick inspired real bike builders in Florida to wonder, could this computer-animated Tron bike, one never intended for real roads, be built in the real world?
I said, we've got to build that. Absolutely. That's the coolest bike ever.
Do you also have this one friend? This one friend who cannot shut up about Star Trek? Guess what? This person also likes tridimensional chess. This friend is me. I'm lying, but I like the Shyamalan twist to it. We are of course talking about Star Trek and tridimensional chess.
Your move, Captain.
We should have intercepted by now. The bridge said they'd call.
I'll have you checkmated your next move.
Have I ever mentioned you play a very irritating game of chess, Mr. Spock?
Irritating. Ah, yes. One of your Earth emotions.
Maybe your friend is not so much into Star Trek, but really much into Big Bang Theory, which, I'm sorry, that's kind of embarrassing.
Checkmate.
Again?
Obviously, you're not well suited for three-dimensional chess. Perhaps three-dimensional Candyland would be more your speed.
But heading back to the tridimensional chess again, it is still a game of chess played on several boards on a vertical alignment. Now, the real-life version and the fictional version are the same, so there's nothing else to add. And lastly, let's talk about the fictional sport Quidditch, from, of course, the franchise Harry Potter. Now the gameplay is... Wait, you all know the gameplay of Quidditch, right? I mean, Harry Potter is a religion by now. Rawlings is a fallen angel that once was promised. Do I even have to explain it? I mean, it's Quidditch. Okay, for you guys, Quidditch. It's such a fun word too, right? Quidditch. But okay, the gameplay of Quidditch. Wizards and witches are flying on broomsticks through the air, and they are scoring points when throwing a ball through hoops. In the meantime, another player is looking for a very small golden ball, and when he catches this very small golden ball called the snitch, the match ends. This is Quidditch for you, as if you all don't know. Now, as you can imagine, the flying on broomsticks through the air is a little bit harder to transition into real life. So in the real life version of Quidditch, there's no flying on broomsticks. You're just running on the ground, like peasants. But for real, players are carrying their broomsticks in between their legs around when running on the ground. And also the part of a snitch is a little bit modified, because I mean nowadays with drones maybe you can make the snitch going in the air like crazy, but instead of that a little bit more practical version has been implemented. The snitch is attached to the shorts of an impartial official. Another fun fact about the real life version of Quidditch: there is actually an official Quidditch association out there. I just wanted to drop that because I thought it's funny. But that was it. That was my top 5 fictional sports that somehow made it into the real life. If you know of some other fictional sports that made it into real life, please leave a comment. And if not, please have a very great day. Have a very great week, and please join me again in the next week what are we doing next week? How about you asking me next week? But up until then, I hope you have a really great time. See you in the next week. Bye! Sorry for the abrupt ending. I have to train a little bit, so see ya.